Kobe. All right, and we're live. Welcome to Press Start Podcast, episode 26. We're going to go ahead and introduce our guest, since you already know the team. And Alex is going to be a little bit late today, so forgive him for that. Tony, say what up.
Yo, what is going on, Kofi? What's going on, Press Start Podcast fam? How we all doing tonight?
We good. Ready to talk about these gaming topics. You know, we got, our first lady, Erica. Say what up, Erica.
I like that. What's going on, guys? Let's get into it. Let's do this.
And we got, my boy J Main.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? J Main back, checking in with the podcast. I missed last week. I was having too much fun at Six Flags.
Ooh.
But I'm back, man. Let's talk these games. A lot of interesting topics. Let's get into it.
And we got my man Jack.
Hey, what's poppin', everybody? It's Jack Moo, man. The guru at Giddy Up. But you can also call me your your pony commissioner.
Yo, my man added some spice to that shit.
Yeah, you like that? Real zesty. Yeah,
I like that.
I like that too, bro. Yeah. These days you've been putting a little bit of flavor into it, bro. I like that.
Yeah,
you do it something special for the people. I rate that, bro. All right, so let's go ahead and start this podcast off with talking about Atari.
Oh shit.
Yo, I like Jack. Yo, who the hell excited for this shit? Like when I heard that Atari is making a new console, I'm like, yo, what's wrong, Grandpa? Go sit yourself somewhere in the corner, bro. Like, I don't want to see you. But yeah, you guys heard about the news of about Atari making a new console. Apparently, it's supposed to compete with PlayStation and Xbox. At first I thought it was gonna be a console. At first, I thought it was gonna be a console that was just gonna be like a NES Mini type, thing. But apparently, it's supposed to be a real console. You know what I'm saying?
What the
man? They're gonna get murdered if that's the case, man.
That's what I heard. I don't know, yo. So if you guys have any other details, you can share it with me because that's what I heard.
I wrote about this story, when it got announced and shit on Monday, I believe it was, and I did my research. I'm like, okay, there's no evidence to suggest that this is a modern console. From what I saw, it's just going to be a retro console. So I just wrote it as is, like, because I know some people are saying it's a modern console, but again, I haven't seen any official word of that at all.
Me too.
So I'm like, but Kofi, you already know, man. If this is, look, we got the fucking PS4, we got Xbox One, we got the Switch. This shit is gonna get killed on day one.
no, yeah. Nobody checking for Atari. But how about if this is a real current console and it's a 4K 60 beast?
No, I can't see that.
Then that's just gonna be a lot of money, and then you can't do that.
But you think people would gravitate to her as the console if it was the strongest console? Though?
Hell no.
No.
Me too. Me too. I think it's DOA for real.
Yeah, bro. People forgot about the Jaguar 64. Remember that shit?
Bro, I'm too young for that, bro.
Yeah, well, I remember that shit. That was the last console for a reason from Atari. Nobody, listen, I'm sorry. I know Atari has a big legacy. Like, they were the ones that came, brought us like video game consoles as we know them. But bro, after the Atari 2600, this company hasn't done shit. Let's just be honest, man. They come out with a new console, they're gonna get fucking murdered.
Yeah, Jack, what were you saying?
No, I'm just saying, like, as far as Atari, they've been in the game industry for a minute. But my thing was, do they even got enough money to like R&D a new console? Like, this shit costs a lot of money, bro. Like,
hell no.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they ain't even got money like this. So how are they gonna develop a whole new console to compete with anything? Like, no,
ain't nobody checking for Atari.
Real talk. I don't think nobody watching for Atari like that. Like, honestly, that's boo boo to me. Like, no one watches.
It's got to be a retro console.
It has to.
Yeah, I agree. I feel it's a collection.
Can I ask a question though?
Go ahead.
If this is a retro console, I'm just being honest right now. Does anyone care?
Nope.
I'm sorry.
No.
Nope.
Nah, fam.
It's like, who asked for this?
The reality is, it might appeal to like the older demographic, but like young mans like me in their 20s like this, we never grew up with no Atari. We grew up with like Nintendo, the Genesis, so those kind of appeal to me, but no Atari. That's way past my time. Just straight up.
So this legacy console would be much better than an Atari one right now.
Yeah. This is how you know. This is how dirt old this shit is. This be before my fucking time. I was like, what the fuck? When I grew up as a kid, I'm like, what the fuck is an Atari? I didn't know about that shit.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah. So basically, we all think that you know, if Atari made a current gen console, would flop instantly. Or
Absolutely.
you guys, how about if it had a fire exclusive though, like something fire?
Oh, yeah, the new
That's-
Pitfall. Like, what is it gonna have? What is it gonna have, bro?
Pitfall HD, 4K.
Pong 4K 60 uncompromised. Shit like that.
You know?
Yeah. Yo, shout out to Jason for the donation, man. We're gonna have to
Nice.
cut a check to Jack because he need a check,
shit.
right?
Oh, okay, yeah. No, shout out to Jason.
Jack already claims, you know, 50% of all press start earnings.
Damn, it's like
That's
that.
not when that agreement was made. Hold on. Why
Hey,
do we have to
man, you know.
renegotiate these numbers?
LeVar Ball, my manager, man. LeVar Ball.
Yeah, real time, bro. So yo, let's move on from this
Thank you.
Atari business because no one care about that shit. I wanted to talk about the latest Call of Duty, World War II. Apparently, there's gonna be no swastikas. Hopefully, I said that right in the multiplayer.
Yeah, you got it right.
Oh, we got a late stroller. Yeah, we got Alex.
Why did I have
Alex,
to come
wanna
in
say
the
what up?
wrong part of the conversation about swastikas? What is
Say what up, Alex.
What's up, everybody? It's it's Alex. You know, your favorite PC pony.
Yeah, I think you're starting to
Oh,
be
PC pony. Okay.
I think you're I think you're starting to be the most hated person on press.
Am I the most
Uh-oh.
hated?
low key?
Oh, there we go.
Low key.
Oh my God.
There we
am, I,
go.
am I the new Black Bond? Is that what's going on?
I think so, bro.
Hell.
The Cuban black bun.
Yo,
I
quick.
think I'm a, you know what? No offense to Black Bond, but I think I'm a little bit more handsome.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh,
My
man.
man's talking smack.
Yeah.
Yo, quickly. What's your thoughts on a new current Atari console? Are you interested if it happens?
If it happens, I'd like to see what they do. Because I was listening to it while I was eating what you guys were saying, and this is very reminiscent of what everyone was saying when Microsoft was making the Xbox. The conversation is a little bit different, some of the details, but the overall idea is the same. Like they're going to get stomped by, you know, Sony and Nintendo or Sega and all that stuff. So I don't know. I'd like to see what they do. I hope it's not a retro console. I hope that it's something. Who knows? They're saying PC parts, but I feel like it'd be more of like an Ouya kind of a thing, or maybe like a form factor.
Mhm.
I really don't know what else they would do with it.
Yeah. The Ouya being a massive success too, you know.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know. I don't know if there's room for another, you know, company
Nah.
to
I do,
compete.
yes.
I don't think there's.
There's
I don't
always-
think so. I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
Major
Nah,
players.
all right, nah, Alex, I don't think so.
The reason why I think so is because when you look at what the market share is with Sony and with Microsoft, you're looking at what, about 100 million consoles worldwide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's you could sell more. There's always room to sell more.
But the thing I know Jack would agree with me. Like people are just too invested in these ecosystems right now. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
true.
Like,
Yeah, yeah.
So-
like people have a look. The thing is, everything carries over from the PS3 at this point. Like, look how much years the PS3 drop and the 360 drops. Like,
Yeah.
it's like you're already too invested in this.
So when you look at it, like
platform.
there has to be something that Atari has to bring that is different and is able to pull people away, right? Like what can they bring to the table?
Yeah,
that
they would
people
have to
not
bring
seen
like some
before?
unique style of games.
It has to be
catch your eye, and it would have to be
what I
exclusive.
call a UVP or unique value proposition. So they have to be very unique with what they bring, and it has to say, you don't get this on these other consoles, you're going to get this here, and this is why this is better, and really have good messaging for it. Because remember, it's not what you have, it's how you say what you have. And that's what we've really noticed between a lot of stuff happening a lot lately. So Atari, I mean, I would love to have another competitor. I'd love to see Sony and Microsoft kind of like shaking their boots a little bit, you know? That'd be nice. I'd love Nintendo to be that person, but they're not going to be right now. But if Atari has the money, I don't know where they're going to get it from. Maybe they might pull something out of their ass. Who knows? But
How
that
about
would
it turns out to be
good.
like a Kickstarter? That'll be some funny ass shit, bro.
You know, if it's a Kickstarter, then I think it's going to be sort of like an emulation.
funny,
mode, like that.
Yo, shout out to Jason again for another donation, bro. This
Shout
guy's
out to
making it,
Jason.
bro. Like, yo, he's making it rain, making us feel like strippers and shit. Like, chill.
Am I really the low-key hated one on this podcast? I can't be.
Yo,
Probably.
Yo, Tony, bro. Yo, you got a fan up in here, yo. That's love, bro. That's
All right,
crazy.
that's what's up.
That's what's up, man. What? So yeah, back to what we were talking about. Call of Duty.
Okay.
No swastikas in the multiplayer. Does anyone really care?
No,
No.
I don't care about Call of Duty. Period.
I think I agree with Tony. I don't really care about Call of Duty. But the thing is, if you're going to make a World War II game, make a World War II game.
Yeah.
Well, the
I
thing
agree with
is,
that.
it's multiplayer. Like the single player, they're keeping everything like accurate.
Yeah, authentic, right?
Yeah, for the multiplayer, they're taking it out. I mean, to me, the answer is kind of bullshit. They like basically want to play it safe for the different areas that the game is releasing in, and they don't want to offend people.
But Jay, does it really matter? Because every Call of Duty that everyone has a custom insignia on, it's a swastika.
Did they say it was like illegal though? Like, I think the swastika illegal in some places.
Yeah, it's illegal in some regions, so maybe that's why they're not.
Yeah, I think that's why
haven't they put out other games? Haven't they put out other Call of Duties that have
Jack,
in those regions?
Yo, but Jack, how does that even make sense? Because the campaign's gonna have it though.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, I'm saying if it's in the game at all, then they might as well put it in online.
They're saying like more people play the multiplayer, so they're more like likely to see it. That's why they took it. It was some bullshit.
That's such a ridiculous.
Stupid.
Yeah. Shout out. I want to give a shout out to BG. Still, like Loki, I watched his video on this, and he actually made a pretty good point. Like, would anyone have noticed if they didn't come out and say it? Low-key, I probably wouldn't have noticed.
Yeah.
You think
I think people would, because like I don't know if you guys
Yeah.
saw like the multiplayer footage. A lot of the comments were like, "Where's the swastikas?" Like, people
Are
noticed.
they taking? Hold on. So are they taking it off of your uniform as being a Nazi, or are they just
all together?
All together?
On the multiplayer,
Not even in like the map. If you're fighting in one of the major maps that have the flags and stuff like that,
they're taking it off.
Yeah,
Wait,
it's off.
do they even let you play as Nazis? I thought they never let you play as those in those games.
No, they did. Yeah,
They did. Okay, I didn't know that. I thought it was always like
to my knowledge, they did. I mean, in Call of Duty 1 and 2, you did.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
I got you.
Like, yeah, we're in the era of being like politically correct with all of this, so that's why this shit is happening. Shout out to Jason again. Like, chill, bro.
Damn, son.
Yo, chill, just chill, dog. Just chill.
Yo, Jason,
No,
you never
hey,
forget
Kofi
tonight,
had those cut off Daisy Dukes.
Yeah, no.
Oh, no. I'm trying to buy you new shorts, Kobe. He's trying to pay
Hold
me.
on, wait a minute.
Don't be dissing my shorts, bro. My ripped shorts are fashion. That's some hot-
Wait. I'm sorry. Hold on. Wait. I'm the most hated, but I'm the one making Kofi laugh the most. Tell me about your Daisy Dukes.
Bro, my shorts are actually like high fashion, so niggas can't be talking.
Oh, they're
bro.
Are they
so
high
you're-
fashion?
so you're
Are they
the
high
Canadian
fashion?
Yeah, bro. This whole podcast went a different direction right now. bro.
Kofi's a Canadian Kanye. He's gonna be wearing a blouse pretty soon.
I'm out. Yeah, you already see me when I'm in LA next month. We're gonna see how I'm dressing. Man. I'm on my Kanye shit. Y'all already know what it is, bro.
Crazy, bro.
But shout out to Jason again. But you could chill, bro. Like no need for all of that, bro. You could chill, bro.
In addition to that,
yeah.
I was saying in addition to that swastika stuff, it was the female black Nazi in the multiplayer as well. Is something that people are kind of going crazy about.
That was funny.
Okay, but look. When you think about it, right? Would she really be there?
No, of course not.
Of course not. So I mean, if you're like here's my thing. If you're making a World War II game and you're like, we're going to World War II, then make it World War II.
Yeah.
Well, see, that's where I also I have a problem because it's a multiplayer. Like shit in multiplayer is happening that wouldn't happen in real life all the time. So
I
like,
think-
why keep
like zombies?
why keep it that accurate at that point when we're talking about?
Yeah, you might as well just throw it out the window.
That is also a valid argument that I can see. Like, look, we are literally playing a video game where we fight zombies and we have health packs and we
I have a question. I have a question, Alex. Yo, when did people look to Call of Duty for authenticity?
for authenticity when it became a multi-billion-dollar industry.
Nah, no, like
Nah, I don't.
the multiplayers have guns with like rainbows and Hello
you look at it like the
Kitties
original
and a
Call
whole
of Duty.
bunch of bullshit. Like, why are people looking to Call of Duty for that?
Well, mostly because like the first couple of games were pretty authentic. That's really why, and so that's why everybody's really hyped about going back to the original games because the first
Actual
games were
Call of Duty,
really
people are going to
intense.
be sniping no scope and doing all that foolish.
Yeah,
shit
it did
bro.
become it became its own meme later on with like Modern Warfare 2, 3, and all that other stuff. But the first few Call of Duties that were on PC, they were pretty authentic and intense, and they were really well scored. They had a lot of great stuff, and they did a great job. And so people were expecting that kind of thing to come back. And then it's getting like a little twist on it. I mean, I don't know. It's again, like to me, I think Call of Duty is like it's self-aware, so it understands that it is a fucking joke. But I think that if you're going to say, look, I remember seeing them on I forgot which show or something like that when they were like, we're taking this very seriously. The campaign's gonna be very serious. You know, we're studying about it. Then if you're gonna take those lengths, you need to go all the way.
Yeah,
You know,
I was
don't
gonna say that too.
don't cut off and be like, well, we're gonna be very serious about the single player campaign, and the multiplayer, fuck it, we're gonna put My Little Pony in that shit. Like, you know, you can't. If you're gonna go one direction,
Okay,
you're gonna
low
put all
key,
your
I want
points
to
there.
talk about this in games. I don't know if it kind of upsets you a little bit, but it kind of bothers me. Like, especially with a game like Tekken, you see how customizable you can make your characters, make them look all weird and shit. Like low key, that kind of bothers me sometimes, bro. I think
like over customization.
yeah, I think I kind of like sometimes just like the original, or I'm not really into all that crazy wacky shit. You know what I'm trying to say?
As long as it's
not really,
skeleton.
I'm not really
I
into the
feel that.
wacky.
I feel
You know what I'm
that.
trying
I
to say?
feel
I'm not
that.
really into the wacky shit.
I
Like
think it
the
depends on
wacky
the
shit.
game, though.
That's
Yeah.
why I don't like mods on games. Like I just like playing the original way it was
Even
intended to be
yeah,
played.
even in Call of Duty, you see how the guns be looking. You see how like you could just sometimes it's going too far. Like it's
and shit on the guns.
it's
and
starting to
all
look a little too wacky to me. I don't really rate that sometimes.
I think as long as it's an option, I'm okay with it. Like when it comes to the single player stuff, when the war games, like I want that shit to be authentic. But multiplayer, like we beating it, we said it over and over again. It's like a bunch of bullshit going on anyway. And as long as it's optional, I ain't got no problem with it.
But see, that's my thing. Like if you're gonna take the single player so seriously, and you're gonna be like, this is a very serious thing, then you go all the way, right? Don't have that hard line cut off. If you're gonna be like, look, we're not taking this seriously at all. We're gonna tell like our own side story. This is not gonna be part of any sort of history. If they were like, it's World War II, but we're gonna take liberties. We're gonna kind of make it like a little bit Wolfenstein-y kind of a thing. We're gonna make it really, eccentric and wild. Then I have the opinion of yes, go fucking nuts, do whatever you want to do. But if you're gonna take something very seriously, like they're gonna do, and put like a lot of like tone into it, then I feel like, look, don't half-ass somebody. If don't go all the way with it.
Yeah.
All right, and freaking Jason comes clutch again. Like, geez, making me feel like a stripper out here, nigga, bro. He says, "Hey Jack, hey Jack, the Grizzlies is up next." Oh wait, never mind.
Oh, you funny. All right. You're funny. Okay. I think
Hey, shout out to the Grizzlies, man.
Bro,
we ain't got no draft pick.
Y'all keep donating. No, Jason, y'all keep donating like this, J Main, Alex, Erica. Especially Jack's gonna be coming for my neck looking for a check, bro. So you got
absolutely.
No, we're coming for your neck right after this podcast. Don't worry.
Absolutely.
they're gonna be like, so how much am I getting out of that, bro?
I'm waiting for my $5. I haven't got a message yet.
Go ahead and drop my PayPal link in the chat. Go ahead.
Man.
Yeah. So so we all pretty much feel like do we care? Do we care that there's no swastikas?
No, I don't care enough.
We
Not
don't care.
really.
Not really.
It's gotta sell anyways. That's how I see it.
I don't care.
I don't think I
So.
care enough, but I feel I'm kind of just like disappointed.
All
It's
right.
more
So,
of my thing.
I'm actually excited for this game, though. Can't wait.
yeah, I want to play the single player. That's all I'm really interested in, to be honest. I just want to play the single player. I'm probably gonna fall off the multiplayer anyways. All right, so let's move on. Phil Spencer has signed exclusives that won't be ready for 2 to 3 years, so that's why he didn't show them at E3. What do you guys think about this shit?
I don't like it.
You don't like it? Why? Why?
Nah, because I'm probably like in the minority, but I'm okay with games being showed 2 to 3 years out. I know a lot of people like the whole, show it and then release it within 12 or 6 to 12 months, but I don't know. In the state that Xbox is in right now, where people are kind of like looking for like what's next coming from them, I think it would have been okay to at least get people excited to see something new, something fresh that he's been like, working on. He's been head of Xbox for some years now, and people are like, all right, Phil, like you've been there. I know you worked on the hardware, but on the software side, it's looking kind of shaky, my guy. So what's going on there? And for him to come out and say that, to me, it's like, all right, you kind of doing more talking on the software side than you doing showing. So I think it would have been all right to show those games 2 to 3 years out, but maybe he don't feel comfortable with these games coming out and maybe they get canceled. I don't know.
Yeah, I need to jump in real quick on that because I'm like, I agree with you. I don't know why you think you're a minority. I'm like, Sony does this shit and everybody seems to be okay with it. Why can't Microsoft, right?
Yeah.
Even if it's 2 or 3 years out, just show us something, Like, especially since Microsoft, let's just be honest, doesn't really have a lot of games, like show us some new shit.
You know why? I think they would actually show, but just because of recent history that they've been canceling games. Maybe that's the reason why they don't want to show it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe if those games actually came out, they'll be more, accustomed to like announcing shit a little bit early. But now that everyone already has like a bad kind of idea that they announce these games and they fucking can them because they don't work out or problems happen and they get canceled. Maybe that's why they're trying to play their cards closely. You know what I'm saying? That's why. Maybe that's the reason why they chose not to show it. But it's interesting. Microsoft got some exclusive games. You guys heard the news that apparently Xbox is getting its own kind of Horizon Zero Dawn style
Oh,
game.
yeah,
You guys
I
heard about that?
Can I talk about that real quick? Because I find it very funny how Phil Spencer came out a month ago saying that games like Horizon don't leave any impact. Now he's coming out here saying they're making a game like Horizon.
Nah, yo, you low key,
I forgot about that.
Yo, low key, yo, we gotta call Phil Spencer out. Low key's a flip flopper though.
Yeah, man.
He
Of
is.
course, he's a flip flopper.
I like-
All these execs flip flop. Man, they all full of shit.
Yeah, they are full of shit, low key. But yo, if Phil's been caught red-handed enough time flip flopping, like this nigga flip flops too much, bro.
Like a fish, you know.
Facts.
Like,
I would have to say that if the Xbox One X was doing 60 FPS, he would have been like 60 FPS is the best. Like he would have been doing that. Absolutely.
Oh, I forgot he said that.
Yeah. So I mean,
Shit
you know,
that.
like so they're in a very damned if you do, damned if you don't situation, right? Because if they would have announced all those exclusives that they have or had like a sizzle reel or some sort of CGI trailer, they would have everyone would have been like, oh, canceled in 6 months. You're never going to see it. And then if it did get canceled for some reason, then everybody would have been like, fuck Phil, you know, like this whole thing.
Yeah, so you
Yeah,
know,
But then if
that's true.
But then if they didn't, right, then he's like honestly, you just shouldn't have said anything.
yo, but the thing is,
Right.
look, how okay are we? I think we're 4 years into this generation now, like about 4 years, right?
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
by now, like Microsoft
Now is when you
kicking it to gear. Like this is where the games are supposed to be at. You know what I'm saying? Look at Sony right now. It seems like they went like turbo drive right now, and they're like snapping. Got crazy releases coming. 2017 was a great year for PlayStation. 2018 is looking fire as shit. You know, it is what it is. Like, why is Microsoft not picking the pace up with these games?
They
You know,
are.
it
They
seems
got
like-
Crackdown, Kofi.
Oh,
don't have
boy.
no-
Oh my god.
They're basically they were looking
got
at
cloud computing though, son.
What do you say, Jack? What do you say, Jack?
They just don't got the studios to compete. Like it's been said over and over again. They don't have.
Maybe that's what it is. Because
Yeah.
it seems like Microsoft's not dropping enough games. Like real talk, you know, Nintendo. I know as much as you guys don't fuck with Nintendo and shit. I know some of us here do, but like they have dropped more games than Microsoft.
Yeah.
No,
that's
absolutely.
Absolutely. That's not an opinion.
Because you're right, son.
That's not even an opinion. That's an actual fact. That's a fact.
I mean, even Nintendo was like
more games.
We're working on Pokemon, so
They might not have that third party, but yo,
Wait a minute.
their exclusives in their first party, they're dropping more than Microsoft. It
We
is-
gotta touch on something too, bro.
What's
So
up?
it's June. It's June, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So wait a minute. So this year they've dropped Halo Wars 2, Voodoo Vents, and
Bro, so
and Phantom Dust, right?
bro, so it was only
Right.
one retail game, Jack. One retail full price game they have dropped so far. Just
Yo,
once.
Jack, you just named 2 remasters, son.
Bro, this is crazy. It just be killing me how they be like, damn, Sony, that game ain't coming out for 1 or 2 years, but it's like y'all ain't had nothing, bro. Like, why do y'all hold PlayStation to us? Y'all don't hold Microsoft to it. It just kill me, man.
No, but that's not an opinion. That's a fact. They have dropped only one retail game so far, and that's Halo Wars 2. That's not an opinion. Voodoo Events is not a retail. It's a digital, game. Phantom Dust is a free-to-play or kind of free game entry with microtransactions.
And their next game come out when?
And their
November,
next
right?
game comes, I
It's
think.
just Crackdown.
No, Forza this September, I believe.
Forza.
September.
Yeah.
So
So,
that's
they-
Forza.
right?
It's gonna be a good game, but
so 8 months in between
games?
games, bro.
yeah.
Damn.
Damn.
Wait till next.
Yeah, that
E3,
seems
though.
really-
we
Wait
ain't
till
talking
next
shit.
E3.
Wait till E3.
yeah.
Wait till
So,
next. Yo, you heard them? They say, that dude Tim Dog right after the
Say wait till 2018.
Low key, I seen that from people. Low key, they're like, as soon as Microsoft done their conference, they're like, yo, but Gamescom though. But Gamescom.
Yeah.
That's conference. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, yo, this sooner, right?
you guys, 51 more weeks till fucking. We see the power of the X1X. You guys, 51 more weeks.
Oh, man.
fuck out of here with
Like,
that.
come
bullshit.
on.
Yo, what the fuck, bro? We got like 142 people watching. Can you guys hit the like button, man? For
Yeah.
Shout out to
Yeah.
y'all, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, that'd be
That
good.
like button,
yeah,
man.
shout out to y'all, bro. We're gonna shout out some people quickly in the chat. Shout out to Chris. Shout out to who else up in here, man? Who else up in here?
I like all the love for Cuphead.
Ro D. Shout out to
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
Folk King Ilya. Those are the homies right there. Eric Empire, Forever Negative. Shout out to all y'all, man. We're gonna
Give me
shout
some
more
too
people
sweet in the
around.
chat, people. Give me some too sweet. Come on, a little too sweet.
Yeah, hit that like button, man.
You know,
They don't
gotta
like you,
get-
Alex.
yeah.
Remember?
They don't like. You know
They
what?
don't
They're
like
not
you.
part of the elite. That's the problem.
Oh, please.
Oh, here we go.
Oh,
There we go.
That's,
Yeah,
why they don't- that's why they don't like
That's
it.
why. That's
No,
why I
yeah.
don't like you, bro.
And then no, but I'm not talking about PC gaming. I'm talking about wrestling, Bullet Club.
Oh, okay. I see what you did.
All right,
Okay.
that's the elite.
All right, so let's move on. I wanna talk about Microsoft and the Xbox One.
Hey, Chris, fuck Alex.
It's just going off on Alex.
Give me all the hate. Hate on it.
I want to talk about the Xbox One X and the 4K native games confirmed because that's such a huge topic with the Xbox fans, and we got to cater to them as well because this podcast caters to everybody. So what's confirmed native now? I heard Project Cars 2 is native 4K, guys.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
No. I don't think that is. No.
Oh, what happened, Tony?
Goodness.
Tony, give us.
Okay, I'm forgetting the dude's name, but one of the guys I follow on Twitter, his name is like Mad something. He does videos, right? So my man puts out a video this morning talking about how Project Cars is 4K. Had to take the video down because the developer came out and said, "Oh, actually, no, we're not. We're dynamic."
Not 4K.
Sure. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, I'm glad we're talking about this right now because I just find this shit so funny, right? These Xbox for a fucking year we're saying, "Oh, we're gonna have a true 4K, some real 4K." Now Microsoft comes out saying, "True 4K actually means checkerboard," and now they love checkerboard.
And dynamic as well.
Now it's the norm. Now it's okay.
Checkerboard with more fidelity.
Yeah.
Because it was pretty damn ironic because taking it in when you went to Microsoft's official page, Xbox Wire, you know how Microsoft is gonna now brand their games under new cases and put 4K Ultra HD. It's funny how that actually has a fine print. So 4K Ultra HD includes checkerboard resolution, which man's called from time. Man's could testify. I've been calling that. This is gonna be doing checkerboarding. It includes dynamic resolution as well as native resolution. Of course, the Xbox One X is probably gonna have, most likely, it is gonna have more native 4K games.
Sure.
The Pro.
Yeah, geometry.
Well, you must be crazy. You must be crazy thinking that everything was gonna be 4K. A lot of people actually thought this shit, bro.
No,
And
Kofi, you gotta take it back, bro. These dudes were saying not only is every game gonna be 4K, every game's gonna be 4K 60.
Oh, they did say that.
Compromise. Don't forget that.
Look at my boy Chris. My boy Chris in the chat. Xbox One X is greater than 1080 Ti.
Real
Boy,
talk.
Get your ass out of here.
Yo, he ain't lying though. He ain't lying.
Get your ass out of
He
here.
ain't lying.
See, that's the problem they have is that
1080 Ti.
they should have just kept going for the Pro. They started to seep into the PC comparisons, and that's where they fucked up. You're losing again. You can't just take your little bit of PS4 Pro beating and then move on. Nope, they got to talk about, it's going to be better than high-end GP. All right, now you
because that dude was saying, what was it Ibarra who was like, it's a $1,500 PC? Like,
These guys
shut up.
the thing, Alex, so like these guys can't tell when they're getting finessed. They look, let me break it down because I was telling this to Jay Main the other day, like why my reason why I believe that their whole marketing scheme of true 4K, the whole true 4K thing is just to throw shade at the PlayStation because the PlayStation dropped first, right? And it claims to do 4K, but sometimes, most of the time, is using checkerboard resolutions. So Microsoft's obviously their bright idea is to say ours is true 4K, and implying that the competition PlayStation is fake 4K. You know what I'm saying? Implying that. But in reality, the real world, they're both fucking fake 4K. But people fall for this advertisement scheme, and it's just funny to me. I sit back and I laugh at this shit.
Yeah, it's all marketing. It's all fucking marketing. And you can't, like, even PC guys fall for that shit too. Like, NVIDIA comes out with a new card, they're like, yo, this shit's gonna be fire, and it's only like 10% better than what you had
You see what they did with the new Titan XP finesse, man. NVIDIA.
Yeah, like it really happens all the time, and you can't buy into marketing hype. You can't buy into media hype. You gotta wait and see what the deal is. And see what's gonna
crazy
happen.
how these guys take like these executives, these suits, their word for gospel. Like, don't you guys realize that they're trying to sell you something with the PS4 Pro? Exactly, is not just only the Xbox One, the PS4 Pro as well. Like, dog, they be talking this shit up because obviously they're trying to sell you something, bro.
And they put a guy like Phil out there, and they make him look nice. They put him in like a gamer T-shirt, like player one controller guy, and make him look like a dude. And you're like, oh, I relate to him. Yeah, I get it. And we're gonna chant Phil when he shows up, and then he just sucker punches you right in the left with a $500 console that's still underpowered and not even close to what he.
Dog. Like real talk, the Scorpio is definitely a great upgrade. Like if you got a 4K TV. get it, and you're actually primarily an Xbox gamer, definitely pick up the Scorpio if you're looking for that extra, pixels. You're looking for that extra fidelity because it's gonna be better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Look where you're gaming on before, right? You're gaming on the original Xbox, which is the worst
900p.
worst version of all your games. So definitely gonna be a noticeable upgrade. So I feel like the console itself is definitely a good upgrade for Xbox fans. But I'm just saying, like, some people have hyped this shit from the earth to the moon back like 10 times over. Like, you're overhyping it, and that's where people come out and call you guys out, slap you back to the ground where earth is. You know what I'm saying? We be calling mans out, but we're not saying the Xbox One X itself is bad. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, if you're a core Xbox, well, for me, I'm speaking for myself. If you're a core Xbox gamer, I feel like the upgrade is not bad, especially if you have a 4K display. It's probably worth it to you. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think anybody with a 4K
all those comments where you be hyping up 4K 60 everything, no fake 4K this and all of that shit. Cut that shit out. Because the Xbox One X is gonna have checkerboard resolution games as well, and you guys already been exposed. Assassin's Creed Origins already confirmed to be using checkerboard and dynamic resolution. So you guys just need to humble themselves.
But you see,
stop going on comparing the fucking Scorpio to a 1080 graphics card. Like, there's no need for none of that shit, bro.
Yeah, because I'm already noticing like a lot of Xbox fanboys like kind of change their tune a little bit. Before it was like, let's put it up against a PC. Now it's kind of changing to, well, as long as it's better than the Pro.
Yeah.
That's where it should have started.
That's what I've been tweeting. I
got games though. How's it been?
Oh my god.
Just in terms of power, I guess.
Okay.
I can pull back my tweets like crazy. I've been saying that. Like, look, the Xbox One X, I said this so much times on Twitter. They don't have to deliver its promise, really, for these guys to be happy. The fanboys, all they got to do is outperform the PS4 Pro low key. Then the fanboys are happy. They don't really have to even deliver their promise. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
exactly.
Don't you think it's a problem when these guys, their main reason for getting the console is because they want to like be better than PS4? Like, I think more people. I think a lot of people on the internet and a lot of people I see on Twitter are more excited for gloating purposes more than actual games.
Which is kind of sad.
Pathetic, fake ass gamers.
Pretty
man.
sad.
They're as authentic as the 4K on this console. Then
What they want to do is
Tony Gordon, the Xbox One X. What's wrong with Pony Polanco, bro?
Toxic Tony over here.
Tony, man, this is some real shit, man.
Tony, bro.
This is some real shit.
In all seriousness, like I said, if you're a core Xbox gamer, like, this is probably a good upgrade for you if you have a 4K display. If you don't have a 4K display, I see this shit as a waste of money. I see the Pro as a waste of money if you don't have a 4K display. And the Scorpio or the Xbox One X is a waste of money if you don't have a 4K display.
As a 1080p owner, I can speak to that. Same
here.
Definitely a Pro, and you're gaming on a 1080p. It's a waste of money, 100% waste of money.
I'm one of those people, and I can attest to that. I have a Pro 1080p
because these patches are weak.
They don't do nothing for me.
Yeah, the patches are weak. The patches are weak as shit. Like, it's straight up, and you're not even like really adding 60 frames like that. Like, the Pro could do 1080p 60 frames in a lot of these games, but devs are not even doing that. Like, devs are just being like lazy. Look at Prey. Look at all these games that could drop that are capable of playing at 1080p 60, but they ain't doing it. So, like, I see it as a waste of money. First party developers are obviously going to be really taking advantage of this shit on the Pro and on the Xbox side. So we're going to see, like, for me, I feel like Horizon Zero Dawn is probably the best Pro example I've seen.
Absolutely.
Like, it looks fantastic in 4K. Or the checkerboarding or whatever it is, but they really optimized it well for the Pro, and this is where these consoles are gonna shine. But besides that, get used to seeing some lackluster patches. Get used to it, straight up. Get used to it.
The whole thing is, I think when you're looking at something like that, we were having this conversation before. Remember, Jamie? When I was like, should I get a Pro or should I get a regular PS4? Yeah. And even you and Rev were like, don't get a fucking Pro. It's a waste of fucking money. And like, remember we found that big thread on NeoGAF where they were like, here are all the games that are 1080 60 on the regular PS4 Slim, and it was all the games I wanted to play. So I'm like, why am I going to spend $400?
Yeah, especially if you prioritizing frame rate, it's not.
Yeah,
the options aren't even there. I don't know any game that went from 30 to 60 with the Pro that isn't already 60 like on the PS.
Well, Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider.
Yeah, Tomb Raider. Yeah, there's
I think Infamous went up too, right?
Yeah.
No, well, I think Infamous like a lot now. It might have.
Okay. So that's like the only two that really affected the frame rate, but
And
It's just
Dark Souls.
Hitman as
Yeah,
well.
like
But I think the Dark Souls is unlocked.
No, not the. I think it's 2. If you put it in like
Oh,
boost mode, it's like a lock 60.
I don't know, like low key is not really looking like it's
not
worth
worth
it. It's not
for
worth
that,
it. Like
yeah.
usually, like I said, the first party games like God of War Days Gone, I'm expecting them to look great on the Pro. It's gonna look
Crazy.
amazing. But these third party games, man, only a few of them are really gonna take this shit serious. I guess it's just the curse of the mid-gen consoles. It is what it is,
Devs
bro.
don't give a fuck. If
Yeah,
they
devs
start
don't give a
caring,
fuck.
then you would see the value in these systems. But until they
Yes.
start caring for others,
Yeah, ultimately, it's up to them.
What's going to happen in the
Yeah.
next 4 to 5 years if this becomes another 10-year console cycle? When you have all these systems that are mid-gen upgrades, when we actually get another actual console, like heaven forbid a PS5 or something else like that, what's
Yeah.
going to be the jumping point from this mid-gen refresh to the next?
Yeah,
generation?
is it gonna be that much bigger? Like, yeah,
Like,
you
is it
actually-
like, or like,
you
what are
actually
you
bring up a
really
good
going to
point.
pay for, and what are you going to get? Because these consoles are basically just becoming more like service boxes when you really think about it.
Because
They're being form
Alex
factor
actually does
PCs.
bring a big point. Like, how is the generational leap gonna look from Pro to PS5?
Right? They're gonna sell us 4K again.
Right, exactly. Are you gonna
Alright.
now they're gonna push?
All right,
from
yo,
4K
J-Man,
60,
J-Man,
like-
you gotta take over for me real quick, all right, bro?
All right,
I'll
where
be
the
back,
topics at? I don't even got
Check
the list.
They're
checking
on
Twitter,
Twitter.
checking Twitter, Dylan, but y'all
Jamie,
just
you're-
entertain yourself. I'll be back.
Jamie, second in command. He can't even figure out where the topics are. You see this, chat? Chat, you see this?
Should let me do it.
Let Erica do it. Let Erica run this thing.
No, it's
Erica,
okay.
you run this thing.
what's the
No.
next topic? Let's
It's
see.
here in the Twitter chat already. She runs the whole thing anyways.
Jim
She can't-
Ryan.
He's
Jim
got it.
Ryan.
He got
All
it.
right, okay, so we got Jim Ryan. Yeah, all right, so Jim Ryan basically, this man can't stay out of headlines. He is the man
Shut
to
the hell up is
interview.
what he's got to do.
He's the man to interview if you're looking for a hot take in the gaming industry from Sony. But he's at it again with the headlines. This time he made some comments about indie games, because I think a couple people made this point, even myself. Like, when you looked at Sony's conference this year and last year, it was a lack of indie games on the big stage. They do some things in the pre-show, but on the big stage there was no like indie games going on. Now, Jim Ryan basically said that showing the indie games on the big stage is kind of irrelevant at this point for Sony. He talked a lot about like the sizzle reels and how they don't do much to explain the indie games, but he's saying that they rather focus on like VR stuff and all the other things that are going on rather than indie games.
Of course, they're going to focus on VR.
Yeah, so people have been talking about how Sony doesn't care about indie games now and it's unimportant because of these comments. So I want to know, what do you guys think about this?
So shout out to Sensi Games in the chat. He says that's Sony's Don Matrick.
I saw that.
Yeah, except Don Magic's a legend. He's a legend, man.
He is.
So the whole thing is, when you're looking at something like that, indies made the PS4 alive when there were no games on it when it launched. So I don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really what happened. That was the indie station for a long time until their games came out and they were putting out title after title. Now that they're focusing on VR, of course, it's very easy to say like, or focusing on VR now because we sold 1 million units of the headset.
Yeah.
Something
Yeah,
like
and
that.
they gave 15 minutes of the actual conference to VR. Yeah, they're going to pump more money into VR so they can try and sell you more headsets. But to say that indies don't make a console, that's not even true remotely. There are indie games that people will gravitate to, that they'll buy in between other titles that you put out throughout the year. So why are you going to negate people from purchasing products on your platform? Don't you want them to buy more products on your platform? I would
But
think that
here's
that's
the
where you
problem.
want to go.
He didn't say that, but that's what people are making it out to seem. This is why I'm like, my man, you need to choose your words more carefully. Like, if you read the full statement, right, it actually makes perfect sense. Like, okay, at the beginning of the PS4, we didn't really have that many games, so we pushed a lot of indie games. Now that we have shit to show, we're not going to focus on indie games, right? But you know what happened after that? People said Sony says indies are irrelevant. That's what they all got boiled down to, So this dude needs to watch what the fuck he said. What was the other dumb shit he said a couple weeks ago about the
Backwards
backwards?
compatibility.
Yeah, I'm like, my
Yeah,
man,
he's been commenting on a lot of
like,
stuff.
either like word your shit better, or shut the fuck up.
He needs a good handler, like
Yeah,
someone to like vet the question and be like, you say this now. You know,
Yeah,
like
but
someone
you-
just to
but you
be
see-
there.
Yeah, he don't know how to word shit, man.
He
That's
needs a good
What you think
PR.
about it, Jack? You think he just
Yo, Where we at?
Jim Ryan, bro.
Jim
Ryan.
Ryan.
All right, perfect.
He don't know how to, like Tony said, he just don't know what the what he's saying makes sense, but the way he's saying it makes it it make it sound stupid. Like you say they run with, oh well, he said that it's irrelevant. He didn't mean it's irrelevant. What he mean is they got other shit to show, and they would rather take their time showing, VR games, which I feel are irrelevant, but they'd rather show, the VR titles and shit like that. But yeah, he just need to word what he's saying better. That's pretty much what it boiled down to.
He pretty much just said the truth. I mean, you guys said it, the indies were important at first, and then now they're not because they have their exclusives coming out.
But I mean, those kinds of things are what will make a lot of indie devs not want to be on your platform anymore. And Microsoft should totally capitalize on this and be like, we fucking love indies. Look at ID and Xbox. Come on over instead of working with them.
They should bring back
put that shit on there. Like, that's capitalizing.
You know why? Because Sony's balling right now with their first party games. They balling right now. That's why they talking reckless like this. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, if you ask me, I'd rather have an indie sizzle reel any day over VR.
Over VR, facts.
Absolutely
facts. Yeah, fuck VR.
I mean, if they over VR, but I like the indies too.
I mean, all Sony has to do is get Devolver Digital because they're the fucking king of indie games. And just take Devolver and be like, yo, we're not doing VR. Here's 15 minutes on our fucking stage. Go nuts. And they had the best conference of E3. If you saw their E3 conference, which was fucking unreal.
Very hilarious.
If Devolver just did like, yo, here's all our games, check this shit out. It's on the PS4 and PC. Peace out. That would have shut the whole fucking thing down. Like, just those games alone are great. And Devolver doesn't put out shit games. They always put out good fucking games.
Facts.
So to say that indies are like not important, no, they would have been way better in that conference if they gave it to Devolver instead of doing it for VR where everybody was like falling asleep after that point.
I disagree with that because if they didn't show VR at the conference, people would have been like, "Oh, here go another peripheral."
They should have did both.
Not supporting.
Yeah.
So they got to put their money where their mouth is at that point.
They should have did both. I mean, but Sony still got love for independent developers. They got Hellblade coming out.
Yeah.
They got a lot of games, independently developed games still coming out. Spider-Man is an independently developed game, so they definitely don't not care about independent.
Next Machina just came out too.
I was just about to say that because
awesome.
I hit up this. There was a dude at ID at Xbox that made a comment like, "Oh, we still think indies are important over here at Xbox." I was like, "So when is Next Machina coming to the Xbox One?" So I'm just like, people gotta chill with the Sony don't think indies are important because they still got the most indies on their platform, and I think it's gonna stay that way.
Yeah,
but that's funny. But when you put your foot in your mouth, your competition should capitalize.
Yeah,
of course.
Absolutely.
No, so that's what Sony,
he didn't need to stop talking.
That's what Sony did. That's how they got on Microsoft.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, like even with the comments he said about earlier in the generation, like 360 was the indie station, not the indie station, but that was like it had a bigger indie presence than the PlayStation 3 did. So earlier in the generation, when the whole indie like renaissance was going on, like Sony really wanted to put the indies to the forefront and show people that they were supporting it. In addition to them not having their AAA shit together, so it kind of went hand in hand right there. So
remember when people were calling it the indie station? Yeah, and now they love indies.
Exactly, they suddenly love indies, right?
They love them now.
Yeah, early on, definitely. PlayStation needs to get clowned for having all these indies because if we're gonna be honest, the first year and a half, like there wasn't like anything crazy on the PlayStation. The first year and a half, it only started picking up.
Except for Knack,
Uncharted. Uncharted and Bloodborne drop. Then it started a little bit better.
Stop with the snack stuff.
Don't do crack, do Knack. Pause.
I mean, like if you haven't picked up Mother Russia Bleeds yet, I don't know what you're doing.
Oh, I don't got that one. I know what you're talking about though.
Like what are you doing?
You gotta link me that. I gotta check that out.
I know what you're talking about.
I don't even know what that is.
Oh, you don't know what Mother Russia Bleeds is? What? I'm gonna put that in the chat for y'all.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Wait, man, Alex,
when it comes to indie games, I'm like the least knowledgeable. Like
that's Mother Russia Bleeds right there. You better pick that shit up and play that shit.
Like, what's the shit you guys are talking about? Next Machina? Like, I just found out about this shit today. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
I love indies because they're most of the time they're cheaper. Sometimes they're better than some AAAs. Like I love them.
Does Ori count? Because I just recently beat that. Is that supposed to be an indie?
I count it as an indie.
I think so. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
can I give a quick shout out to my man OBJ did on in the chat right now? That dude makes some great fucking videos, man. Watch his video on Microsoft Xbox Scorpio. This shit was hilarious, man.
Shout out to OBJ.
Yeah, yo, he said some shit like basically like you finding out the realness about my Scorpio is like you kissing a girl and you find out she had a dick.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I seen that. I actually seen that. Shout out to OBJ. I actually invited him on the on the podcast, but he couldn't make it. So next time, hopefully, we'll have him on the podcast.
I invited him on Throwdown. When I saw that video, I'm like, I need this dude on Throwdown. This shit is too funny to me, man.
Tony, what are you doing?
Got a dick. Yo, the way he said that shit. Oh man, I'll stop right now.
Yeah, but Jim Ryan,
yes, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jim Ryan needs to shut the fuck up, man.
Maybe it's better. You need to stay off. He needs to stay
because
off.
he be saying some true shit, but then he just put the wrong words together, and
he blunt. He's blunt. That's a problem with people that are blunt. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes they get into trouble, even though they
don't want to hear that.
That's what happens to me.
Even though
is that where you got the toxic Tony thing from?
Yeah, from this fucking Xbox assholes.
That's so getting hacked.
I like that name, bro. I like that name, bro.
Yeah, Tony, I saw that you had like your Twitter got messed up for a little bit.
Yo, as a matter of fact, today I got a text from Twitter saying, "Oh, here's your login code." I'm like, I didn't try to log in. What the fuck?
Yo, someone trying to hack you, bro.
God
damn. I told you about that, Tony.
Thank you, Kofi. Yo, you saved my ass.
I'm telling you, bro. That shit is legit, bro. So when someone tries to log in your shit, like they send your cell phone a code.
Oh yeah, that two-factor authentication.
But you know what? They don't have that code. They can't unless they're like some super hacker. Maybe there's some Lizard Squad gangsters.
Lizard Squad gangsters. So did you hear about what happened to a bunch of YouTubers and shit? People stole their phones, like not their phone, but like they were able to copy the SIM card off that phone and get that two-factor authentication.
Dang.
There's some dirty motherfuckers out there, man.
Damn, man. Some people are greasy with it still. All right, let's move on. I want to talk about.
Shout out to DevBird1. Yeah. Shout out to Kirby. What's up, Kirby?
Cute Kirby.
Cute Kirby.
Let's move on to PlayStation wins NPD in May.
The king is back.
Back on top.
Yo, is Switch dead, guys? Yo, people in the chat, is Switch dead?
No,
it's a rocket.
Came from a funeral service. Nintendo Switch.
Nintendo's doomed.
Yo, people in the chat, yo, is Switch dead or what, bro? Yo, it only went for 2 months, bro. Switch dead? Yo, yes or no, bro? Let me know in the chat, bro.
Now, see what's going on is because when Switch came, this is what happened. When Switch came out, Kofi, I'm not saying you specifically, but a lot of dudes were saying from March until the end of the year.
No, that was Kofi.
Chill, man. I never said no like that.
I'm saying you didn't say it. I'm saying there were dudes that.
Nah, J-Man, don't even put my go pull up the receipts, bro. Don't put me. I know Mr. Negative. I know Mr. Negative said some shit like that. Like
Hey, listen, I love John, but he said that.
Yeah,
shit.
John said some shit. Like I never said nothing like that. Yo, I called a W when Mario dropped, so I definitely called the Mario.
You still sticking to the holiday season W?
No, I'm saying for when Mario drops, that's a W, bro. That's a W that month.
It's up to Nintendo. They can get those parts.
That's supply shit. I don't know, boy.
Oh, but low-key, it drops on the 27th, so that might not. They might not win that. But low-key, there's enough.
Listen, you know what's going on with the Switch, right? And I said this.
The shortages.
Exactly. Nobody wants to fucking listen, and it's because of these shortages. Like Nintendo has a history of doing this shit, and now you got to couple it with two things.
Well, low-key, this might be legit because I think I heard that they're fighting shit, right? Yeah, they're fighting with Apple with a certain part, and low-key, if it was fake, why is Nintendo going so hard to fly Switches through aircraft? I think it's legit. I think the story is actually
maybe. But my thing is like, okay, because obviously Nintendo's a big company, but Apple's a way bigger company. So if that's what's happening,
they're probably fighting over some parts and shit.
That new iPhone coming out, right?
Yeah. I think that's what's going on. Actually, they're probably fighting over some parts, and but it is what it is. PlayStation came back on top. Who was really surprised? But low-key, Xbox last though. Xbox Live.
Oh man! Wait for that Xbox One X,
bro. So, yo, Xbox One X, bro. If it doesn't win NPD that month, yo, Xbox guys have to go and hide.
$4.99 made it not DOA, but that like solidified it's not gonna.
Low key, PlayStation drops a bundle, or if Nintendo goes hard with supplies that month. Low key, yo, even when the X drops, it might lose NPD. That'll be kind of funny though, low key.
Yeah, it would be fucking hilarious.
I want to see people damage control it. That's all I mean.
I'll be on Twitter all fucking day with popcorn and shit, chilling in the cut.
They ain't got no games coming out. Why would it win?
No shot.
Not launch into a Crackdown, which looks fucking.
Come on, bro. Crackdown ain't winning no NPD, dog.
I think it'll get top 10. It's got to get top 10.
Yo, but
Bro, I
Jackie,
don't
what
think
about that
so,
cloud
yo.
computing, bro? The cloud
Yeah,
computing.
is that like, bro?
Yo, that game looked like it took in a downgrade though. You guys
If
take
it doesn't get top 10, I don't even know what to say to that.
that'd be
Xbox
very-
ain't gonna win NPD until they bring out another Halo of Gears, dog.
You think
I
so?
don't see it. I don't see it. How is it gonna happen?
Dog, yo, you never know. This new hardware might just, people. Who knows? Yo, who knows?
I said this before. I'm going to maintain with it. I think the first month this shit comes out, it'll win NPD because people like new shit. Remember, even
People
if it's
buy
expensive,
for reviews. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
A lot of people buy for different reasons.
wait,
and shit.
but it ain't gonna stay on NPD for long. I'll tell you that.
It's gonna have, but look, they're gonna have to overtake Nintendo actually dropping games. Then Sony gonna have some bundles out. So
No,
Yeah,
that's
that's true.
That's
Like,
what I'm waiting
yo,
for.
I think
Star Wars and Call of Duty.
Nintendo's dropping something big in November too, right?
that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah, but
So,
I think
again,
Odyssey. I think Odyssey comes around that time.
Isn't it Xenoblade?
Xenoblade?
Nintendo gonna win then, bro. Like,
if they make
Mario's
enough
gonna
systems,
sell.
if they make enough systems, bro.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
problem. That's the problem. Like, we're gonna really see what happens if Nintendo can manufacture enough Switches.
Exactly.
PlayStation might come with bundles. So I don't think we can come out here and say like it's a solidified W
No.
for Microsoft. It might actually be a
It's gonna be a battle.
battle for this one. We can't even call it like a straight
Yo,
W.
if you don't win, I'm laughing my motherfucking
they
ass
not winning,
off.
bro. I
I'm
don't
just
see it,
saying.
bro.
We'll see, Jack. Yeah, we'll see. No, you know what? I'm gonna vote on the Xbox side. Your Xbox winning, bro. I'm gonna vote on the Xbox.
They have. I would think they have to.
They
At
have
least
to win,
November.
bro.
When's it
Yeah.
come out? November 7th?
9th or 7th,
I
night one
think
of them.
7th.
Yeah,
It's
7th.
early November.
Channel, let me know.
Yeah, they'll let you know. All right, let's move on. Yoshida says he has played Sucker Punch's new IP many times, but they didn't show the shit at E3, which I was pretty damn upset. But maybe they're saving it for PSX. What do you guys think?
Man,
Think they're saving this shit?
I got a little worried. I ain't going front when I didn't see Sucker Punch because it's been
No.
so damn long since they even put anything out. Yoshida could talk all he wants until I see something. I don't think
You don't really give it- you don't really
it
give it
ain't
a-
doing shit for me.
Yeah, I want to see it. I don't care that he tried it. I want to see the shit, man.
No,
PSX
Shuhei been
is-
saying that for like the past year, bro. Like he was saying that
Right.
back when Colin Moriarty was on Kind of Funny
yeah?
Games. Like he been saying that. Yeah.
Yeah.
They
So
gotta
it-
show it at PSX. I'm thinking like
Yeah,
if
I
it's
think so,
really
too.
till next
Yeah.
E3.
like a new IP, then
No
that-
way.
I don't think they
got
got to show it at PSX. To be honest with you,
No, they do, Jack.
They
What?
gotta show it, man.
no, they
on
got so
time.
many. I'm one of these type of people. I want them to show the games they got coming out,
Bro,
bro.
low key, if
if
they
they ain't
show
show it
Days,
yet, when is that motherfucker
yo,
coming
Jack. If PSX is Days Gone, Spider-Man, and God of War again, I'm gonna be pissed.
It's gonna be dry.
I'm gonna be pissed. Yo, I swear to God, I'm gonna be pissed.
Oh,
like this year,
Don't
bro.
get me
I'm gonna be
wrong, that
pissed.
shit gonna be dry. There's gonna be some shit we already seen. I ain't saying all that, but I'm saying I don't know, bro. I
Yo,
would like to
PSX
see it. But
consists of that. Days Gone again, fucking Spider-Man, and God of War.
Oh,
I'm gonna be low key cheap.
I heard that new Tomb Raider rumor for PSX though. I don't know.
Ooh, that'd be
I
good.
don't know. I'm saying though. I don't know, bro.
Sucker Punch got to show us something. Man.
Yeah, they definitely got to bring some new
They
shit.
definitely some bums. I'm ready to see their new game they working on. Like,
Oh my God.
Damn, no love for Sucker Punch, Jack.
I don't really fuck with Sucker. They ain't make the last Sly Cooper, man. They ain't did nothing.
He's not.
They ain't did nothing for me lately.
You know,
bro.
sometimes
I'd be
Jack, I
disappointed
don't,
if they
I don't
make
agree
it
with you,
fly.
but sometimes you're all right.
There you go.
Yeah, all right, let's move on because we don't got much time today. Sean Layden says he has played Death Stranding. Are you guys surprised to hear this?
Yeah, I didn't think they got
Kinda.
anything available. Like,
I didn't think there was like a little bit of a playable version of the game. It must
Like
be
what
really
exactly
early
did he
on.
play? You know,
I know.
Like I want to know what he played.
Did you just sit and watch a movie for 20 minutes? Is that what happened? Or-
yeah.
Who
Was he like
knows?
holding the baby?
Like
Like
the start
what was he
menu.
doing?
Who knows? I just seen an article about it. And I thought it was pretty interesting that like there was like something playable and they didn't show it. Maybe we'll see it next year. Low key, I don't want to keep on seeing this game. When they have some gameplay to show, then show it. If they have no gameplay to show, I'm not interested right now. I've seen enough of the weird trailers, the babies falling out the sky, the whales falling, all that weird shit that Kojima be doing, bro.
Yeah.
Until I see
maybe
some
that's
gameplay, I don't care,
PSX.
man.
Maybe that's PSX.
Hopefully that's PSX. That'll be
That's
nice.
true.
I'm just saying, like the next time I see this game, I want to see gameplay. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, you want to know what the game is actually is.
Next time I see this game, I want to see gameplay. That's
Yeah,
all.
because didn't
all
he
I'm
say
saying.
the trailers? That's not really like it's not really the game or something like
You know how
that.
Kojima be like they be showing some next shit. The gameplay's nothing like.
He actually,
Yeah,
he
right.
actually said like the game you can figure out what the game is if you dig deep into the trailers.
No, ain't nobody
I'm
got-
looking
I
to
got
figure
no
that shit
time
out.
for that.
I mean, think about it. It's
I don't got
basically
time for this
Kojima
shit.
like letting go of the Metal Gear Solid series. That's exactly what it is. I mean,
Who knows
it's an allegory for that. It's the baby that has like a little thing in its head, like an MGS5. It's him figuring out covered in oil, like he gave birth to it. Like it's him letting go of Metal Gear Solid. That's what it is.
Yeah.
To show us
Maybe.
something.
Who knows? Who knows? I bet you there's a lot of theories for this bullshit trailers. But I'm definitely intrigued by the game. But next time I see it, I want to see gameplay. Let's move on, man. Let's move on. Oh, this is another. Okay, we catering to the PlayStation guys. Yeah, they're definitely gonna call us ponies. Thoughts on Uncharted: The Lost Legacy extended gameplay. Thoughts on it? You guys seen that?
I actually didn't see it. So
I
you guys...
skipped it. I skipped it. I want to come in fresh, son.
After watching it, look. This is my opinion on it. After looking at it, it definitely looks good, but it looks like Uncharted, which is not really a negative. But I don't know if I seen it, seen the style of gameplay.
I mean, yes, it's
Uncharted. That's what you want.
Okay, I know that sounds really retarded, but I'm just saying, like,
I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying.
Like, it just looked familiar, like really familiar. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the best.
Like an Uncharted 4 cutscene or something.
It looked just really familiar, and Naughty Dog also came out and said they're not done with the Uncharted series.
Let's go.
How do you guys feel about this? Because
Let's go.
I feel like people are not gonna like my opinion on this, low key, bro. I'm gonna let Jack, since he's excited, I'm gonna let Jack go. What do you think about this?
It still gives me hope that we're gonna get a standalone Eddie Raja game. It's got to happen. We need an Eddie Raja game, just like Nintendo need a Waluigi game. PlayStation needs an Eddie Raja game.
We need a Waluigi game.
Facts, okay. But as far as Uncharted not in it, they still got a lot of stories to tell, man. Just because Nathan Drake ain't around with his crusty ass, don't mean it's like they're telling Chloe and goddamn Nadine's story. They got other characters they can expound upon. So I'm with it.
Yeah, I like how people like to compare like Mario, or okay, if I'm gonna say if Uncharted's getting mugged, but how about you? But you like Mario, hypocrite. But not necessarily, because we all know like Mario's not really set up like that with story. You just really go through like platforming stages like that. Where that's why I feel like games like Halo, like when is that story gonna fucking end? I know the universe is huge and expansive, and you could tell 100 different kind of stories with Master Chief, but it gets to a point that like, bruh, like. The story is just going on kind of too long. That's how it is with story-driven games. I feel like, when you're comparing it something to like Mario, which is just like a platformer, like you can't really make the comparison like that.
Yeah, and then Nintendo.
You understand what I'm trying to say? You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, and Nintendo, they kind of switch it up. You know what I mean? They try at least. They put like the 3D, the 2D. They get the.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Odyssey. Like you look at Odyssey and that's
Mario. That's what I'm talking about. It's just straight gameplay. It's just straight gameplay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but with Uncharted, I'm like, okay. By the way, I found that statement to be kind of silly. It's like, of course they're going to keep going with Uncharted. When I'm saying like, there's no reason to kill Uncharted because like you have so many characters. There's a lot of different stories you can't tell.
Facts.
Like, I would agree with you if they just kept doing games about Nathan Drake. It's like, okay,
they're moving on. Yeah, they're moving on with Nathan, which is good. I feel like if Nathan appears again, I'll be kind of cheesed because they kind of close the story nice. They close the story nice.
Yeah. Yo, I guarantee you, they're going to make a game with Nathan's brother and fucking Sully. I'm telling you that's gonna happen.
I could see that. At first, when they announced the DLC, that's what I thought it was gonna be. I think a lot of people.
That's what it was.
Yeah, because
They said that
in the ending, right? In the ending, if you guys paid attention, I ain't trying to be Jimmy B Gaming.
Oh my god, you're spoiling a year-old
game. Yeah, shout out to Jimmy, bro. But,
you'll say year-old man. Fuck you, man.
But at the end, Sully and Drake's bro went to go do like some sort of job, so maybe that could be a teaser. Right.
One thing about Uncharted continuing that I'm gonna have a problem with. Well, depending on what characters they use. The way Uncharted 4 ended, like, say for instance, they did do Sully and fucking Sam. If you played Uncharted 4, they are not in any impended. Like, ain't nobody gonna die. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the way
I said, like how would they make the stakes increase if the
exactly because like. I'm not trying to spoil nothing, but the way Uncharted 4 ended, everybody's like good, so to speak.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Like, so
that's what I'm trying to see. Like, I want to see how they pull it off, and if there's gonna be enough new. Because as much as people hate, like, at least when we're comparing the 3D Mario games, like they switch it up. I know the 2D ones are pretty much the same, like the Super Mario Bros. World. They're all the fucking same, pretty much, but different levels. But when it comes to their main lines, like the 64s, the Sunshine, they actually really switch it up. So I'm curious to see how they switch it up. If they could switch it up enough that it looks great, it's not really kind of the same shit. then I'm definitely down for more Uncharted. Like I'm interested in the Chloe DLC. Obviously, it's a day one buy for me. But them saying that they're making more. I'm curious to see, where the franchise goes. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just curious to see what
What
new
if
shit
they
bring to the table.
switched it up and it was like real open world or something like that?
I
kind of heard a rumor about that.
I don't want that.
Jack, how do you feel about
that? That was my least favorite part of Uncharted 4.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, when they opened it up,
the Safari place. You don't
I don't like that shit, man. Keep it like it was before.
I like it more linear, man. Uncharted needs to be
same here. Yeah.
They're gonna do
the
an
thing
open
is,
world
like,
game. It has to be a new
Uncharted.
IP.
Uncharted's big strength is the fact that it's able to tell you basically Indiana Jones story. Like that's its biggest strength. So taking that away and being like, well, you can kind of meander around will remove the impact that story will provide, and that's what makes Uncharted good. Is the fact that it's able to tell a good
what I
story.
like Uncharted. You know why I like Uncharted? Because the character is number one, and honestly, Uncharted has some of the best set pieces I've seen in gaming. You know what I'm trying to say, Jack? I feel like those wow moments are really what makes Uncharted, like the crazy set pieces. So I'm just saying, like, do you feel like is it possible that we can get tired of these kind of action set pieces? Like how many times we're gonna see a man fall off, this, that, you know what I'm saying? Do you feel like it's possible to get tired of this set piece, these type of set pieces are?
I think it's possible.
I mean, it became a meme at this point. Everybody know when Nathan climbing up something is gonna break apart.
Yeah, like you gotta see a comment. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, are they gonna really switch it up, or like I don't know. I'm interested. I'm always interested. I'm gonna check it out, but I'm iffy about more Uncharted. I don't know. I feel like it closed off nice. Like, in my opinion, I feel like a franchise like Halo itself also closed off. Like, after that whole campaign of Halo 3 finished the last fight, I was dead set like Halo was done. Like, fucking Master Chief went to bed in the cryo chamber. I was like, yo, this is it, bro. This is it. Yo,
it's over.
I swear my hype level for Halo, I'm a huge Halo fan. I was even bigger, a huge Halo fan, bro. But like it just started to go away, and I'm kind of scared that that's gonna happen to Uncharted. That's where I'm coming from, you know?
I'm kind of feeling that with Gears. I'm not a big Uncharted fan, but
that's where I'm coming from.
As a fan of Gears, I could already feel that happening. So
because I'm scared. Like Uncharted ended off great. I don't want it to turn into something
they gotta
like,
handle it well.
Yeah, they gotta handle it well, definitely. And you think Naughty Dog will be making the rest of these games, right?
I don't know. Well, like Naughty Dog's very protective of like their IP too. Like they don't fuck like because Ben Studio, they was making a sequel to that Uncharted game on the Vita, but like Naughty Dog saw it and was like, we really don't want y'all doing that, right? So like I don't think they would let Uncharted, go to shit. I don't see that.
Yeah.
It's always better to end on a high note.
You don't want to hit that Gears Judgment game, bro. Like
we don't want that.
That's what I'm scared of, bro. Like I love Uncharted gets like a Gears Judgment style.
I will pity you guys if that happens. I will feel really bad for you because I know how that feels.
Yeah, that's definitely gonna be rough. But let's move on to the next topic. What do we have here? If my phone will freaking unlock. Okay, there we go. Another PlayStation news. We definitely Sony.
It's a Sony night.
It's because Toxic Tony's here.
That's what
Tony.
Jack must be happy as shit. All those episodes he was sleeping for them Nintendo.
Hey, man, I'm awake now.
All those Nintendo podcasts, he was just falling.
All those Nintendo podcasts, all those Xbox Scorpio podcasts. He's finally awake. He energized right now.
Giddy up, boys. Giddy up.
3 weeks he just slept on the entire podcast. Today he's like, we're ready.
Yeah, Sony believes Spider-Man will push PS4 sales to hit 100 million. Man,
I don't know about that.
It won't be Spider-Man.
Yo, I think I could definitely see the PlayStation 4 hitting 100 million. Definitely.
Yes.
Oh yeah, but
that's definitely. But
not because of Spider-Man though.
It'll be a collection of those games.
It's because they own Spider-Man. That's why.
Yeah, I think they're flexing a little bit. They just hype.
Yo, Sony's like, yo, Spider-Man's gonna be so hot, niggas is gonna be buying 5 PS4s. Yeah. Oh no, hell no, they're crazy.
So you don't think they kind of bullshitting with this one? I don't think that's
absolutely.
Spider-Man gonna be good, but it's not gonna like make waves like a GTA or anything like that.
Yeah, but I think
it's gonna do what it does.
I definitely think PlayStation's gonna hit 100 million shipped soon, man. In the next 2 years, definitely.
Yeah.
The way it's going is definitely going to hit 100 million, which is pretty damn impressive. It seems like this shit happened pretty quick, and this makes me feel like this console generation is gonna go longer than we think, bro.
It sure is.
Low key.
So if it hit 100 within 2 years, it definitely can pass the PS2 then. If the
Yeah.
gen keeps
If the
going.
generation
But
keeps
low
going.
key,
Yeah.
Actually, that's the
low
biggest
key-
factor.
Yo,
I don't know
low
about
key
that.
Jack. I think this generation is gonna go longer than what people expect.
You think so?
It's gonna be a 10-year gen.
If it's 10 years,
Well, for
bro, it's past
PlayStation,
no
it's
PS2,
always 10 years, but y'all saying like 10 years until we see a new console?
Well, yeah, they always
Yeah, I
report
don't know
this
about
for
that,
10
man. Because
years.
I
So
think
we'll get
PS5
the
is dropping
Pro coming
2019.
soon.
You think
No.
19? No.
That's 2019.
I was
Think
thinking
about it.
19 before the Xbox.
I
One
think
X
Lance was
was
2
revealed.
coming out 2019. You know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's a mistake because you're kind of killing potential more sales of PS4 to just start a whole
Yeah.
new generation.
The
It's
money-
gonna get
the money
stagnant
is-
though. It's gonna get
Yeah.
Think about
stagnant.
it.
Yeah, I think but right. Yeah, when it I think when
PS3
it
was still
cools down.
selling when PS4 came out, you know. So
Yeah, but not as
That's true.
not as crazy though. Like PlayStation was actually kind of a phenomenon. Like it was doing extremely well early on.
yeah, no, we don't need this shit. No, like listen, like the Pro was like the mid-gen cycle. That's 3 years in. Another 3 years after that is when the PS5 shit come out, 2019. We don't need to be having these long ass gens anymore, man. Remember that shit from last gen? That thing was horrible. You don't want
we had
that,
a long
you know.
time.
Was it really Was it really horrible?
It got stale, but I mean, it was still
Was it really
good.
horrible?
Yeah, yeah.
I kind of
The thing is,
enjoyed.
what
I
you guys-
kind of
what you
enjoyed
guys aren't
last
seeing is that-
generation being long as shit, low key.
Nah,
like, I ain't-
nah.
But wait.
Okay, here's the thing. What you're seeing is that a lot of it back then it would be every 5 years because the tech would move every 5 years. What we're seeing now is where are they going to go from here?
Like
Right,
the jump.
so-
Like
so
the
that's the
pop- no, like,
question
how,
is-
how big will it be though? The jump though. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
not
Like,
gonna be
yeah.
that big, bro.
then that's gonna be kind of sad then.
And
Like,
so the
It's
thing
gonna
is
be more
that
stable
either-
frame rates and shit.
Jump
You
gotta be
either-
here.
oh, so we're gonna finally get a 60 frames per second console. Finally,
Maybe because the thing what they should do business wise, they should push this generation as long as they can until they see that there is a start. They're going to have a graph, right? There's a line where once the line of profit crosses the line of loss, that's when they're going to start working on a new console or release a new console.
oh, they're already working on it. We already know they're probably talking
yeah.
about it and probably R and D
So
in the
what
new
you
console.
have is until the PS4 starts slipping, you
I'm just-
don't think about it.
Yeah, but you definitely brought up a good point. Like, how's that generational leap gonna look? Like, are we gonna be blown away or are we not? Like, I want to be blown away. If we're not gonna be blown away, let's rock with the PS4 Pro and the X until
Bro,
we get to a point in technology where we actually are wild for once. You know what I'm saying? Like back in the day, I want to be wild. I want to see some.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen, bro. Games are not gonna look that much better than they looking now, bro. Like
It would
they
have to
just
look
gonna,
super realistic or
they
something.
just gonna
Jack,
perform
we
better.
stuck?
Like
No, Jack,
12K,
you think we
bruh.
stuck? You think we
for
stuck?
right now, yeah. Visually, I think you'll have probably better like certain effects, like that smoke look realistic. But other than that, man, they gotta like strive for performance right now. Like I don't see the visuals getting that much better.
Yeah,
Oh,
I agree.
shit, that's kind of sad,
Got
man.
Zen architect in there up
yeah.
their performance.
I agree.
Yeah, you agree? You think we're kind of capped?
I think
a
we
little bit
capped.
with tech?
I think we
I
capped.
mean,
Yeah,
games look fucking great right now.
They
though, so
do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
games
that's-
definitely look great, especially if you're gaming on PC.
You know,
You think about
that's
the leaps of the past, like when you first saw Mario 64 or you first saw Resident Evil.
Yeah, are we gonna get that feeling again? That's what I'm.
Your jaw would drop. Like
No.
I just don't see that.
Bro,
real-
from PS2, Xbox to 360, I swear, my brain's blue. Like real.
Yeah,
talk.
bro, but
Like, that's
Kofi,
not-
when I
that's
first
not-
got HD.
Kofi, let me ask you though.
yeah, that
from-
HD jump was
Yo, it changed everything.
Yo, let me ask you though, from the 360 to the Xbox One, were you impressed?
From what?
Honest-
From the
Okay,
360 to the
basically from the PS3 360 era to the current era, were you
No.
impressed?
no,
That's
not
my
really,
point.
not really. That's why I got into PC gaming, and I really got blown
That's my
away.
whole point right there, bro.
That's why I got into
Yeah.
PC gaming because of that.
What's
That was
got-
the sole reason.
Yeah.
Because I was looking for a jump, like a real noticeable jump in visuals and everything. That's why I jumped to PC, and I actually did notice some shit, bro. When I was playing these old ass games, looking
Yeah.
like next gen games, I was like, what the fuck?
The jump from Uncharted 1 to Last of Us was bigger than the jump from Last of Us
absolutely.
to like a Killzone.
Definitely.
Like
Yeah,
that Uncharted 1, The Last of Us on the same like
I agree.
hardware, that shit blows my mind when I think about
Yeah.
that. But like PS4 early, like Killzone, like that shit looks amazing, but it wasn't like, oh my fucking god, like this
because
shit.
you already seen HD. Like it's just
Yeah,
a
exactly.
crisper HD. Like
Yeah,
it's
so I don't know. They probably got to push technology even further. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But
In my opinion, I
that'd
think
be
what they should
kinda-
have done was
go ahead.
lay the 4K. until the next
Dog,
set of
we need to
consoles.
get better.
Yeah, that would have been the biggest leap.
I think that would have been like,
I agree
look
with
at
that
this
too.
shit. Like, okay,
Yeah.
we're gonna do 1080 60 now instead of or 1440p 60.
But
And
shit
here's
could
what we
look
got.
better, Jack. Though shit could still
You
look.
know,
But
and
like
then-
1080p to 4K is not like Digital Fair just did a video on this. 1080p to 4K is nice, but it's not as big as of a jump as standard definition to high definition.
You know why?
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
it's effects and textures. That's really the main thing. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
It's effects,
Yeah,
textures,
like-
and all of that shit. It's not just the resolution. That like fucking you could look at Mario 64 in 4K resolution. It's not gonna
Don't look like
change.
ass. Of course.
No, it still look pretty much the same. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think the just jumping in resolution I really care for. I want to see like advancements in textures, lighting, like more realistic. And
Okay, they'll be able to do that, but I mean, I think we pretty much stuck for a minute, man.
yeah,
think
maybe
so,
you're right.
yeah.
Maybe we're stuck for a
Yeah,
couple
I
a
agree
couple
with
of
that.
years.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a while.
I kind of want to be blown away again, like how I was jumping to the 360 and stuff. All right, let's move on. I think this is our last PlayStation news. Horizon Zero Dawn.
Damn.
Horizon Zero Dawn tops UK charts and beats ARMS. A lot of people are taking shots at ARMS.
I saw that.
Because a 5-month-old game like Horizon beat it. But I heard like the game was on sale in UK. This is in the UK. I heard the game was on sale and all of this shit. So
Then ARMS was only out for a day, right?
Yeah,
It was
Horizon
afraid-
been on sale for a couple of weeks now.
yeah,
Yeah.
and ARMS was out only for a day, I think, and they counted that. So are we damage controlling or what? Are we damage?
Yeah,
controlling?
that's
not-
kind of unfair.
Is it unfair or are we damage controlling?
Wait, what was the thing again? I'm sorry.
No, because I think Horizon was on sale and it only counted like ARMS first day sale. So is this damage controlling saying that like this is not really a fair comparison? Jack, what do you say? Since you're the pony commissioner.
It's not fair, man.
It's
Well,
not fair,
you comparing the day to a whole month on a game that was on sale. Like,
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
bullshit.
Yeah.
it's not,
But
that's
it's
not
good.
fair to me.
It's good for Horizon, though. I mean, that's what we wanted, right? It's selling.
Yeah, of
good,
course.
Yeah, it's good.
so
Yeah, it's good. It's definitely good.
To me, it's like
Definitely
good
need to
news.
bundle that.
chat mans are saying damage controlling, bro.
No,
Yeah,
but
we-
you know what? At the same time, 'cause I'm looking at the whole list here. Even though ARMS was only out for a day, it beat out because it's number 2. It beat out every other game here.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, which is pretty damn impressive.
yeah,
For one day.
exactly.
Yeah. So moving
That's-
on.
that doesn't- yeah, exactly.
Yeah, moving on. These numbers actually impress me. The Japan numbers on ARMS, like it outsold Street Fighter 5's and Tekken 7's combined launch
Oh wow.
First week,
Wow.
right?
That's
That's
pretty
pretty
sold.
news.
That's
first
copy.
week.
Now that is what you
That's-
want to compare.
That's pretty crazy. Yo, Street Fighter 5 and Tekken 7 ARMS outsold it.
The two biggest
Both of
like
them.
fighting
Crazy.
franchises of all time.
That's pretty
That's pretty.
crazy.
That's pretty crazy. That's big up to Nintendo. You know, Nintendo's strong in Japan. It's going to do numbers. It's going to be hard to beat Nintendo in Japan because it is what it is. Especially the kind of device that the Switch is. It really caters to a Japanese audience like that since it's portable and small
Yeah.
and shit like that. So that's pretty crazy that ARMS did that well in Japan. I guess we're gonna really see the numbers, right, J-Man? You're the numbers man. When are we gonna see the real numbers? How it does like
Oh, NPD probably.
next month, this month, right?
No, next month.
It'll be for June.
Yeah.
Okay, next month MPD. Okay, since you're the numbers man, so
I'm
we're gonna
curious. I wanna see those.
yeah, we're gonna see how it really does.
It's doing well on Amazon. If you want to talk about charts, it's doing pretty well on Amazon.
Someone in the
And,
chat said Blandrew got 20 copies.
Oh, no. I believe it.
Yeah,
But I'm not really. I'm surprised because those are established franchises. But I expected this because Street Fighter 5, man, that shit.
Yeah, it didn't launch
That was
well,
the
but
biggest one at launch.
Tekken though, that was actually a full package though. It seemed like a full package. It had a lot of characters.
Yep.
It had all the game modes. It had everything. You know what I'm saying?
I guess you the fighting games guy, so I don't know about
Yeah.
Tekken that much. But
I mean, Kofi got arms, don't he?
Yeah, I got it.
You trash it or what?
Bro, I'm a beast,
Damn,
bro.
son.
But low key,
Alright.
I was playing Ultra, and I can't even lie, Nintendo Ultra is actually nice. You know what? I'll give it up. We gotta shout out Blandrew. Real
he said he
quick.
only got 2 copies.
we
bought
gotta,
one?
yo, we gotta definitely shout out Blandrew. I gotta shout out Ultra. Yo, these dudes rep Nintendo, right? And when I played them, they actually not trash. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So we
Ultra
gotta-
can
we-
do the game,
yeah, so they did good at the game. So I have to give props. I have to give ratings. I'm pretty sure BG don't want to see Blandrew in Mario Kart because he'll probably BG don't want to see me in Mario Kart because he definitely gonna get fucked up.
Ooh.
So I was just really impressed by that. That like these guys are actually like really good, and I have to give them a shout.
Wait, you
Shout
expect them to be
Trevor.
bad because they Nintendo dudes.
Yeah. Low key, I was expecting Blandrew to be trash at games. Low key, Blandrew. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, Blandrew. But Blandrew nice. I have to give it up, yo. I have to give it up. Blandrew nice. He ain't just out here talking shit, bro. He actually nice. I'm gonna give it up. Let's move on. The Switch got a firmware update. I know only a few of us have a Switch in here. I think Jack actually is the only one who doesn't have a Switch in here.
Praise Jesus.
Yeah,
So let's get the Switch, Jack.
The Switch got a little better. Yeah, we're still not able to message people, which is a bummer. We're still not able to communicate with people, which is a bummer. Yeah. But it got a little bit of cool things added into the firmware. Now when someone's actually comes online, it actually shows their name and what game they're playing. Very basic feature. very basic feature. Yo,
2012?
Real talk. It's so basic, but when Nintendo does it, it's like, oh shit, Nintendo's doing something, bro. You know what I mean?
It took for a minute to get that too.
Bro, real talk. Like I know it's pretty embarrassing to say, like these are like day one features on PS4 and on Xbox and on Steam and everything, but like it's just nice to see that finally Nintendo's catching up slowly. Hopefully with the next 5 years, bro, I'm gonna give them shit gets better, bro. Hopefully the next 5 years shit gets better.
Wow.
They say you what? The next 5 years.
Hopefully. I said hopefully the next 5 years.
Really?
Yeah. Because you already know Nintendo be moving on some slow ass time, bro.
They're like 2 generations behind.
Yeah, they behind, yo. Straight up. There's no doubt because they're behind as fuck, bro. Yeah, if it wasn't for these fire ass first party games, who would be playing on this shit, bro? Real talk, bro. It's the games that really got me, yo. The games are fire.
Yeah, when it comes to those features, you might as well just like
the features are shit. Like straight up, like the features are shit.
The good thing is they have that update, right, Kofi, where if you lose a controller, it'll like vibrate or something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
So
Like that's pretty good.
Where are you gonna put the controller?
Oh my god.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
Alex is one dirty ass man, bro.
We just had to take it there. Had to take it there.
Don't kill.
That's what
me,
everybody
bro.
thought. Don't fucking tell me like I'm the dirty one. Everybody thought it. I only
I
said
didn't
it.
think
I ain't
that.
gonna lie, I thought that.
Everybody thought it. I said it.
So you're gonna use the Joy-Con as a vibrator. All right, that's nice. That's very
What the fuck?
Oh, god.
Don't let me find out y'all sitting on Joy-Cons out here, bro.
And now that the controller vibrates when you push a button on the screen.
licking cartridges.
No. I looked at y'all profile pictures, bro. Like y'all
Yo,
know
Jack,
Joy-Cons
shut up,
are
bro.
fast.
Yo, Jack need to shut up because right after this, you going on Pornhub searching that up right now, bro.
a nigga sitting on the Joy-Con. Wait a minute.
What is going on?
Look
That's
at
on
Pornhub profile picture.
What do you know?
Wait.
That's a magic Kofi found this.
What is going on with this
Nah,
podcast
Jack
right
be
now,
on that
bro?
freaky shit, bro. Jack is
Nah,
on
fam.
Jack be on that freaky
Press
shit, bro.
pause podcast, man.
I know, God.
This is all Alex's fault. Blame Alex for
Yeah,
this.
this is
I gotta change the
I
topic.
took it this way.
I gotta change the topic.
Yeah, we definitely gotta switch it up, bro. We
All right,
definitely
your automata is $42.
Switch.
Right or not?
Oh yeah, that Steam sale.
Oh yeah, Steam sale going on. Go
It's
check
live,
it out.
guys.
Go
Check it
check
out.
it out.
Yeah, if you could get this shit to open,
This shit keeps on crashing. All right, yo.
Add me and check out my wish list, everybody.
Oh yeah, me.
Check it out.
Oh, wow.
Yo, since e-begging is a cool thing to do nowadays, let me just plug in my father BG that my birthday is on June 25th. So if you guys want to send me some,
daddy, nigga.
he was a whore.
She's a whole. Shit. You told him to unblock me on Twitter, Jack. Come on.
Oh man.
Yeah, he blocked me.
Bit undone.
I started getting a little too savage.
Hey, Alex, throw him $15. Might have to
Throw him
do it.
$15.
Y'all on the new nigga list, bro. Y'all on the new. I lie, Jack. Yo,
Hey, might be.
new nigga list.
I ain't paying no tax. You can get the hell out of here with that shit.
Oh man.
Nigga calls BG his dad. It's a joke, bro. It's a running joke. Come on, bro. Come on, dog. All right, yo, let's move on. Super Mario Odyssey. The target frame rate is 60 frames per second.
Yeah,
Isn't
boy.
this kind of damn embarrassing for Crash Bandicoot, though? Crash, where you at, bro? Why you
Don't be disrespecting Crash, man.
What's
Crash gonna be
Crash?
out
Is it
at
30?
30 frames.
Yo,
Yeah, Mario
Crash
might be sub
Bandicoot
HD
is
though.
30 frames per second. Ah.
At 4K. Don't forget the 4K.
Ah.
Yes,
Ah.
4K. Yeah,
That
yeah.
fake cake.
Yeah, that fake 4K, bro. That checkerboard.
That 4K. Cinematic.
America's
thought that
like
pretty
low
funny.
key savage. You got to pay attention to her.
Me?
I found that pretty funny. I don't know why they didn't make this game 30 frames per second. And I know I'm about to get a whole bunch of PlayStation fanboys in the comments. They want to make it true to the original. You know, they're gonna say like that. You know, I know that comment is coming just now, bro. They want to make it true to the original. They're gonna talk about
What, trash?
Jack,
Trash Bandicoot.
Crash, you ain't fucking with Jack, you ain't fucking with
Crash Bandicoot wasn't that good when it was out. Can we just be real with ourselves for a minute, man?
Yeah, let's be honest here, man. Those games weren't that good. Let's just
They were trash, bro. And I love PlayStation. Everybody know that. Crash Bandicoot was trash, dog.
Ooh, you're gonna hurt some feelings with that, bro. What they gonna say?
Whenever you have to run towards the camera, that's a bad game.
Nah.
Yeah, that was, yeah. I don't like
so
that.
Whenever you
awkward to
run towards
me.
the camera, that's a bad game.
Yeah.
I hate that in
It's very
platforms. I
awkward.
really do.
Uncharted got some scenes like that too.
That's the bad
Yeah,
game.
they got it from. Yeah, they was.
Fuck out of
Bad
here.
game.
Ooh,
They do, they do.
this is a good topic. Yeah, we probably could close on this shit. Are Nintendo games kiddie? Ooh. Tony, take over. I want to hear what you really think. I want to hear
Yes.
what you think, bro. Are Nintendo games kiddie?
Yes,
Okay, and why?
for the most part. I mean, look at what you got. You got Mario. You got fucking Arms. You got Mario Kart. Fucking even Zelda to an extent is kiddie. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Why do you say it's kiddie though? Like,
what do you mean? Look at them.
defines
Look,
kiddie?
just look at them. Just look at
What do
them.
you mean? Look at them. I don't get it. I don't get that. Look at
Like the
them.
art style.
You tell me you don't have a
Art style?
fucking Switch, bro.
Okay, so all right, so yo,
right now,
so
son. You
so
trolling
okay,
right now.
okay, so do you consider a game like Rhyme Kitty?
Like Rhyme?
Yeah.
Not necessarily.
Okay. Do you consider a game like Ratchet and Clank Kitty?
They became kiddie. Yeah.
Okay.
The
So
original ones
you feel Crash is Kitty as well.
Oh yeah.
You feel like a Knack is a Kitty kind of game then.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I think it's consistent.
That's fair enough.
Okay.
At least, yeah, that's
I see what Kofi doing. I don't agree with it though.
Yeah.
what do you mean? Jack?
You trying to correlate?
Here's
You
the
trying to
thing.
correlate art style with it being kiddie, but that ain't.
I-
Yeah, but that's what
I would-
basically
I
Tony
would say-
said because that's what he said. He's looking at the games because of the visual aesthetics of the game.
Yeah,
That's what he's
the
claiming is
visuals are
kiddie.
not. They're catered more to like. I'm gonna say they're more catered to children. You know,
Well,
I can see that with all the bright colors and shit.
So
the
bright colors
characters.
means kiddie.
Well, all
To some
Microsoft
extent,
games
to
they
some
just showed at
extent.
E3 look like that too, though.
What
We
happened?
did have a lot. Yeah.
I don't
All
agree. I
Xbox
don't really,
games
I don't
they
really
showed
agree with
E3
that. I don't really agree with that. I don't agree with art style associates with a game being kiddie like that. Like just because it
Oh,
looked
of
like.
course not.
But you got to admit that the majority of games that have art styles like that are like
Like
targeted.
would Ori and the
But
Blind
you gotta, but you see, you're narrowing it too much. That's the problem. You're only focusing on our side. You gotta look at the whole thing, right? The gameplay is very kiddie, very simple. Like the game even tells you, don't play for too long. Take a break after 30
bro.
minutes.
Yeah, the gameplay different. That's
You know,
different.
Oh, bro, like,
the music.
Dog,
and-
most niggas here can't even beat. I know some grown ass man that bought a Switch hype. Shout out to Kid Smooth. That man can't even beat Zelda. There's enough man that can't even beat the game. I don't know niggas be talking about these Nintendo games kiddie, but they get bodied when they hop on, bro. Like, I don't understand that.
Gameplay has a lot to do with it too.
Yeah, I'm with that.
But it's the whole presentation. You got to take the music into account too, like the characters.
Hold on, Tony,
all
I gotta
that
stop
shit.
you with the music thing because Banjo Kazooie has the best soundtrack ever made, hands down. Period. Can't fight me. Facts.
Ever made?
Ever
I don't
made?
know
I don't know
about
about
that,
that, bro.
Banjo Kazooie.
Ever?
Oh, yeah,
I don't know.
but
I
again,
don't know.
I'm
Okay.
not- listen,
but let's call it.
I need to
let's
clear this
call it
up.
what it
I am
is.
not trashing this shit. I'm not trashing anything. I'm just saying they're catered more to like younger kids. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying they're not for
understand.
adults.
I definitely understand. Like we could have a good conversation about this. Like I'm just trying to figure out how some of these games. Like I've played some like Donkey Kong Country. I can bet Tropical Feed that enough of these gamers that they claim that they so manly. They can't beat a game like that. They can't
Donkey
beat a
Kong's
game
hard.
like that.
Donkey Kong's
You know what I'm
hard.
trying to say? Like they can't even beat a game like that.
But at the
You know what
same
I'm saying?
time, think about it. When I was a kid, right, games are way fucking harder than they are
Yeah.
now, and they were considered kid games. You know?
That's true.
That's true. That's true too.
That's true. That's definitely true too.
Especially on Nintendo.
Yeah, exactly.
platforms.
You know?
Yeah.
But again, there's nothing wrong with the art style of Nintendo games. There's nothing wrong with that. But it's definitely catered to more younger guys. You know?
I don't know if it calls it kiddie, man. I feel like Nintendo definitely makes games for like just they have a
Casuals.
casual. That's a good name.
Like family oriented. Like
Yeah, like for everybody.
Yeah, for everybody. I feel like that's more better. I wouldn't call them for like children because like a lot of these games, like I said, a lot of grown men ain't finishing. They ain't finishing. They struggling.
I see what you're coming from.
I
Bill.
think it
that's
definitely.
And a lot of these games have like a high like skill curve. Like as much as you guys want to say like a game like Arms is like it looks like thing. But yo, I'm telling you, like, there's actually like a high skill curve, a learning curve to this game, where like advanced players, it's crazy. It's crazy.
It depends on the gameplay too, like Jamean was saying, because like you think about that 3D Mario that you can get in a cat suit and you're like climbing around.
I understand. I definitely understand.
You compare that to like a Ori in the Blind Forest.
I definitely understand what he's saying.
I definitely you got to pick which one was Kitty. You would say the Mario game.
Definitely. I definitely understand where you're coming from. I definitely understand where he's coming from.
And there's nothing wrong with it. Like Tony says, there's nothing wrong with like being a kid at heart. It's fun, it's just
never
game because I rate that too.
Kitty.
I rate that too because it's kind of, I feel it's kind of sad that people put a age barrier to what kind of games that they can enjoy. Because I don't know if it's because of social reasons, because they feel like people will make fun of them or some shit.
It's definitely an ego thing.
Or look. The thing is, they're mature gamers and they only play mature games because they're mature gamers. That's the thing.
But I feel like that's kind of a childish mentality overall, though.
Yeah, that
kind of mentality is
that you are not playing a game because it looks kiddie and you are acting like a kid because you don't want to play it.
Yeah,
I feel like that. But Jack, But I'm curious to see how do you feel about this, because I see you're very open and you're open to play different kinds of games, different styles. For God's sake, you play Shantae and shit like that. So
of course,
when you look at Nintendo games, do you feel like, oh, I'm too grown for this? Do you? That's what you look at it?
No. I don't ever feel like I'm too grown for it. I might say that shit look whack. Like if I don't play a game, it's because it look whack. It ain't because it's too kiddie or it's too childish.
I feel like you're too grown for it. I wanna. That's why I'm curious. Like, Alex, do you ever feel like that? Like, I'm too grown for a certain kind of game?
No.
Yeah, I feel like I'm not like that either. I'm not like that either.
Is the game good? Does the game have good mechanics? Is it fun to play? Am I enjoying myself? Then I'll fucking play it.
That's how I feel, bro.
Listen, I'm gonna keep it honest right now. One of the games I really liked from the Microsoft conference was I forget the name of it. It's that Fox game, right? I'm like,
Lucky Tales.
I like see that's what I'm saying. I like that sort of stuff, but at the same time, they're more.
Do you feel weird playing it, Tony? Do you feel like
no? If it's a good game,
that's how I feel. That's how exactly I feel. But no one wants to like understand and make it look like I'm on some weird shit. Like, what the hell? Like
I'm okay with people like wanting to play more mature games, but it's when people like talk about how if you playing the more like kiddier style looking games that it's a problem.
I like them all. That's the thing that people need to get to know with me quick. Like, you guys should know my taste. Like, I just like fun ass games. I like good games. You know, you guys really see about you know what I'm saying? Like, I could go from an 18 rated shoot a nigga head off type of game to running some freaking Super Mario Kart. Like, they all just fun, man. I don't know how like you could define like, oh, I'm a man, I need to play manly games. Like,
fuck out of here.
It's funny too. It's funny too because people on the outside who don't play games, they probably consider us all of us are children.
Yeah, that's the funny thing.
Yeah, we're all in this together. Like
I got hit with that
crazy.
A few weeks ago, I was like, I gotta go home and do a podcast about games. It's like a podcast about games.
Yeah, like people.
I'm like, imagine telling your wife that.
Real talk, people who are outside this, you brought up a great point, Erica, because people who are outside this see as all of this shit, kiddie. Video games in general,
comics,
like a child's
all
toy.
that stuff.
You
All
know
the
what I'm
geek
saying?
culture.
Like, low key, like my Dukes actually think like you're growing. You still play video games like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't understand like that. And a lot of people have this kind of mentality. They see Call of Duty, Super Mario, all the fucking same. They all just video games, and it's a kid's thing. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, exactly. No, you're right about that. Because they see the word game. Yeah, they see the word game and they think, oh, it's just for kids. Like, no, man, it's not like that.
Yeah.
Most games aren't for kids. Most games are not for kids.
I just want to say, close off saying, good games are good games. No matter how they look, they're great. Good games are good games, man. All right, Tony has to cut at 9:30, and we're all done 9:30. Perfect. So yeah, man. We actually kept the time schedule today. Kofi has said low key. If someone could go back and listen to this podcast and say the amount of times I said low key and actually the exact number, I'm gonna give you some.
Make it a drinking game, guys.
No, seriously,
I'm just saying. Don't do that.
I'm dead ass. Go back, count all the times I said low key, including right now, and I'm gonna give you some. Real talk. If someone could get the number, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back and count it all myself. I'm gonna go back and count it all myself.
That's funny.
If someone could hit me with the exact number, I'm gonna do something for you.
Low key,
it'll be something.
Everyone just say low key. Just fuck them up, bro. All right, man. Let's do the outros. Tony.
All right. First of all, I want to thank you for having me on this low key podcast.
There you go.
But yeah, mad fun as always. By the way, Kofi, I got to give you big props. I don't know how the fuck, because I've been doing this podcast game forever, right? I cannot keep my shit under 2.5 hours, and yet you got the same amount of people I do on my shit, and you keep it an hour and a half. Mad respect for that alone.
Professional, bro. Professional.
I think
we keep on these topics, bro. We be talking straight games, bruh. You already know how we do, bruh. Yeah, I'm just talking all this shit now, bro. I'm ready.
Yeah, no, actually, I'll talk a little shit about my guys. I think some of my guys are just too long-winded. Like, but for real, man. So yeah, Throwdown. We're back in shit because after when we were at E3, we actually had episodes every single day, but now we're back on our regular schedule. Thursdays, 10:30 Eastern. Sundays at 10:30 Eastern. Thursdays is the normal show, where we do, it's kind of like this podcast, right? We talk about whatever, and then Sundays the question show. We answer fan questions. Those shows get fucking crazy, man. So yeah, also follow me on Twitter at RamiDeath. I'm back on Twitter, motherfuckers. Man, fuck those hackers. You know what I'm saying?
He's back, y'all.
Haters are mad.
And your boy got verified too. So
I saw that.
Y'all gotta give me the plug. Now you famous. Now you're the plug, bro. Now you have to throw in a word for the little guy. You're trying to get a little brother over here verified, bro.
I got you, man. So
I feel you, bro.
I got you. I got you all verified, motherfuckers.
Don't verify me. I'm fine.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, RamiDeath, RamiDeath, ROMUDTH. That's gonna have links to all my articles over on geek.com, my fucking my shit on the Coalition, and of course Throwdown Show. And once again, I want to thank everybody here on this podcast and everybody in the chat room for joining us tonight, man. Having fun, talking my games, man. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, man, that was a good show, man. I really enjoyed myself today, man.
Word up.
Low key. Yo.
Low key.
Low key, I enjoyed myself, bro. Kofi low key looks like Don Cheeto.
Facts.
What the fuck?
Oh my god.
To my nigga Don Cheeto.
Yo, y'all got
Just
me.
type Don Cheeto into Google. That's pops for Kofi right there, man.
Oh, that guy. I just Googled him right now. I'm like, who's that?
Yo, Jack, what
Those
are
are
you
funny.
Appreciate everybody for watching, man. Everybody for commenting. Check me out on YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter at Jack Move Johnny. And I appreciate y'all, man.
J Main?
Yeah, great show, guys. Shout out to Tony for coming through, man. Really appreciate that.
All right.
Great, yeah. Follow me on my bad. Follow me on
He's slipping. He missed an episode and he's slipping, bro.
My mind's somewhere else. I'm paying attention to this damn NBA draft. My team.
Yeah. Finish up. Let's finish up.
Yeah. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Appreciate everybody for coming through. And follow me on Twitter, JMain518. YouTube as well, JMain518. Y'all have a great weekend, and we'll see y'all next week.
And we got Alex.
I'm sorry for being late, everybody, but the white guy is always on time, and the one time I'm late, this always happens. Thank you for coming by and watching. Tony, thank you so much for being here. If you want to check out my channel, it's it's Alex with 2 X's. PC gaming, video gaming, weightlifting, ADD, all that good stuff. If you want to build a PC, let me know. I am way nicer than Black Bond, and I'm a lot more fun too. So come on over and let me know.
Oh, man. That's fired.
And we got our first lady, Erica.
Yes. Had a good time, you guys. This is a good one. Very good show. High-key good show.
There you go.
Yo, next time I'm not gonna say that, bro, because they're gonna be trolling me like crazy nowadays. I ain't gonna say it.
But anyways, yeah, you guys can find me Eric Cuts for the Win on YouTube. I just finally beat Horizon, so I'm gonna be doing.
Okay, there you go.
Better late than never, but I'm gonna be doing like a
fell asleep
review.
playing that, Jack. So I don't know if you're getting.
Oh,
you fell asleep playing that. I heard Zelda. Low key. Kind of ruined
That's 2 times.
It did a little.
I'm being extra now.
I'll save my thoughts for my channel, but
I'm gonna let you guys watch the video.
maybe this weekend I'll try and put that video out. But yeah, that's
check
it.
it
You guys have a great
Anyways,
weekend.
guys, I really appreciate everyone watching the podcast. It was a great one. I actually had a lot of fun this episode. Man, I'm in a good mood today. Your young boy actually bought a whip, so I'm really happy.
You ain't good after you pressed our podcast, huh, Kofi?
Yeah, I guess.
The young boy bought a new whip. I'm really happy. My birthday in a couple of days, man. I'm going to the States next month, so I'm in a good mood, man. So allow me, man.
Wait, when's your birthday,
bro? It's actually this Sunday.
You a Cancer then?
Yeah, June 20th.
Shout out to the cancers, man. Cancer gang in the building.
Okay.
Cancer as well. Shout out to y'all.
Oh, that's
Oh,
lit.
Jack
That's
moves.
lit. That's why we
Yeah,
get along,
Okay,
bro.
that's what, okay.
That's why we get along, bro.
I didn't even know that.
Anyways, guys, man, please hit the like button. I would really appreciate it. I don't know why we don't have 100 likes already up in this bitch, but it's all good. We'll get that later. But yeah, guys. Thanks for showing up, and we'll be back maybe next week. It might be canceled low key, depending on my trip, but we'll see. I'll let you guys know.
I'm on vacation starting Monday, so I'll be probably doing massive streams all week.
Okay.
So I'll be doing that.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that I won't be here next week either.
What the hell?
Summertime. I'm getting my black bond on, right?
Oh,
My vacation on.
Oh, you going skydiving in the volcano?
Look, we need to see a video of you by the Erica. We just got to see your knee by the pool.
Low-key,
see?
everyone's busy. We might have to postpone next week's episode because, like I said, I'm gonna be down in the States. I'm gonna be road tripping from Alabama to California. So we'll see how it goes. If anything, we might postpone next show, but I'll let you guys know. I'll keep you guys updated on Twitter. That's what we have Twitter
honestly, Kofi, if you can't make it, then either I'll host it or J-Man will host it.
Yeah, y'all could take over, man. People
something
say I talk too much anyway, so y'all could take care of it and I'll take a break, bro. Anyways, guys, we out here.
Have a good night.
Peace.
Peace.